Hey guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday, the 3rd of September 2018. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot, and I am going to shuffle the cards a couple of times, and then I'll have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of for the day and what the energy is all about. So this deck I love using because it's very over the top. There are really strong characters in it, and sometimes it's even quite funny, which is really helpful in the readings. If you can incorporate a bit of humor in there, that's always helpful. So let's have a look. And I'm being told to put the cards down face first. Okay. So, first one is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is one of those cards that is really so complex, and I love it because it's complex. So, when the Hanged Man is upside down, you can see that he is now enlightened and he has stability on earth. So, if he were to do it again, he's learned his lesson basically from being hanged. So, if he were to come back and do it again, he wouldn't commit crimes. He's enlightened. He would manifest security for himself and freedom in a genuine way through his ideas and through his passions. And he wouldn't be in the position that he's in now, which is being punished, being forced to turn things upside down, and really, having to go through the emotional upheaval and change to see things completely differently. I mean, it takes a big event for most people to change. You don't just have a viewpoint, a political viewpoint, a financial viewpoint, a humanitarian viewpoint for 50 years, and you don't just snap your fingers and change it. But there's the energy in the air today that means that you can change certain things about you, and it certainly is a good opportunity to connect with something wiser and bigger than yourself, because enlightenment only comes from something bigger than you, or from within you, and connecting with that thing that's bigger than you. So the best way to use this energy today is to look within and to see how you can take your ideas and put them into some sort of creative outlet, rather than saying, I'm being punished. And it's this kind of punishment in the sense that, I'm being punished. I have to go back to a job I hate here on Monday morning. This is not enjoyable. And if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing for my work, I'd be in a much better position. And here we go again. I've been there. A lot of the population has been there to know what it's like to start dreading Monday on Saturday morning because you know it's coming. It's not a nice place to be. So here you have the opportunity to make changes. So spend some time meditating or connecting with your higher power, or writing or drawing, whatever allows you to get into the zone. The next card that we've got is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is a woman who's worked very hard. She's worked to make this beautiful wreath with a rose in the middle. And she's now reflecting on her work. Her gaze is on this wreath very strongly. And she's worked hard on it. She's really created something wonderful. She's proud of her work. And she's now either going to sell that on, or she's going to use the money that these kind of wreaths make her to improve her own life. So, hard work. And what I said about changing your points of view can often be hard work. If you do put the effort in to change your point of view, to get in touch with your real passion, rather than the intellectual arguments that have obscured that passion. I'm trying to think of an example for this. If you love something truly, madly, deeply, but society knocks it out of you and you don't allow yourself to be who you really are. The thing that's coming to mind is those gay conversion camps where teenagers who kind of expressed gay tendencies were taken to pray the gay away. And that, I think, still happens today. So that's a way of obscuring your true passion and who you really are, and conforming to some society that then is going to lead you down the wrong way because you're losing track of yourself. And that's what actually leads to things like committing crimes, because you lose your real self, you lose your inner core, you lose what you love about yourself. You're not able to then work in the way you would like to and create the kind of life that you want. And you go stumbling around trying to fill this hole that's been left. So again, hard work at finding a new way of looking at things will pay off. If you do feel this sense of, I have a hole in the soul, I feel irritable and I feel discontented and I feel restless and I feel like something is missing, then this is the day to turn this card around and to bring that rose back into full bloom. So it's a day of being creative with yourself, with your own thinking, and with what you're expressing, writing, creating, being a florist, being someone who makes money through art or painting or writing. So these two together really make up the number 7 as far as I'm concerned, mind and creativity in numerology. Let's see what the final card says. The final card says the Princess of Cups. She's someone who's like the Knight of Cups, and she's trying to master the energy of water. Water represents spirituality and enlightenment. It represents nurturing other people, taking care of them. So working to take care of yourself or working to take care of someone else. It's also very artistic and creative. And finally, it's intuitive and psychic. So what we can agree on today is that you have the ability to change your own perspective through writing, through art, through something creative, because each one of these cards have some creative element to it. This one does, so does this, and so does that one. So look at things differently, capture it in some sort of artistic format that will allow other people to change their perspective. You'll see security coming in then because you're adding value, and that will pay off. The second thing here today is the Princess of Cups is working towards mastering her emotions. And the Princess of Cups is, if she has this hole in the soul, you know, this feeling of my true love isn't here, then she's going to take really rash action because she's not the Queen of Cups. She doesn't know exactly how to master her feelings yet. She goes into depression. She falls madly in love. She has her heart broken. She is overly nurturing so that other people take her for granted sometimes. She can become codependent. All of those things can come up. I mean, the Cups suit is the most complicated because it involves other people, relationships, and people are complicated. So today, you can really work towards changing your perception of a relationship that you have in your life. And you can really learn something on an emotional level through your relationship. You also have the potential, this card is in the middle and this rose is in the center. You have the potential by connecting through your spiritual, meditative, intuitive self to a higher power. You turn your perception around, you become enlightened in the sense that you start to create a connection with a higher power. That gives you a sense of contentment, and that pink transfers to this rose, and then you will be guided, first of all, to doing work that you actually do love, which you can then be proud of, and which is going to make that rose bloom even more. But also, and more importantly, you get yourself back. So if you are someone, for instance, who was sent to this kind of conversion therapy, at some point in your life, you're going to have this moment where, you know, God, the actual God who loves you and loves you how he created you, because God created all sorts of people. God created gay people and dwarves and people with alopecia and people who are 7 foot, and he created all sorts of people, and I don't think there's any mistake in that. It's supposed to show us to be more inclusive rather than divisive. So that's another thing that you can resolve today. If you have problems with people in general, you don't trust women, you don't trust men, Maybe men have hurt you in the past. Maybe women have always let you down. You're able to work on your perception of women or men, and you can change that perception around. It's a really wonderful day where we can use practical action to either mature emotionally and spiritually, or to use this opening into the spiritual world, into our subconscious, where we hold our beliefs and our faulty beliefs at times, and where we can say, well, actually, this is not something that represents how I feel anymore. Like, actually, I used to be scared of public speaking and putting my art out there because I thought I was being judged. But at this point in my life, I really don't care anymore. And then that would turn around, seeing it clearly, provide a platform for you to do what it is you want. It's a passion project. And if you do a passion project today, you can rest assured that the financial reward will be right back, will come to you. Because whenever you add something of genuine, true value to the world gives value back to you. The Hanged Man is 12, and 8 is 20, and a court card is 1. So that's 21. I think that's same as yesterday. 22 and 1 is 3, and 3 is about new beginnings. And it's about communication. So you can really communicate with your inner self, and it's about making a fresh start in terms of who you are, and looking at your work today as well. That's important. Seeing whether it is something that you enjoy, or whether it's like, oh, I've made 100 of these now. I've made 10,000 of these. I work in a factory and the rose has withered away, or it may be in full bloom. Check in with yourself. This is a great time of checking in with yourself so that you can make changes for the future. Have a wonderful day. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. The way I just combine the numbers in the tarot, I combine all three in my personal readings. So the astrology chart I draw up by using your date of birth, place of birth, and time of birth. That gives me a blueprint of your soul. The astrology chart is a wheel with 12 houses. It shows me what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, what's destined for you in health and spiritual progress, friendships, hopes and dreams being realized, money, love, family, anything coming up in future. I can also answer your questions if you have any. So if you're interested in any of that, or I can even look at where the best place to live is by using the astrocartography, then get in touch via the website gregoryscott.com. Please hit the subscribe button. I occasionally do live readings where where you can ask me a question and then I pull one tarot card. It gives you a really small glimpse and insight and something to go on. It's not a full reading, but it's a free mini reading that I do here on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed with the bell on and you'll be notified when I come on live. Have a wonderful day and I'll speak to you tomorrow.